We call our wheat Kamut Khorasan wheat because the ancient original variety is Khorasan, but under our program, our goal is to maintain that variety in its ancient original form using the brand name Kamut as a guarantee that it's never been hybridized or modified, or genetically modified.
There's as many legends as you can imagine, I guess.
So do you suppose the children of Israel had this stuff when they fled Egypt?
I expect they might have, although it didn't exist in Egypt at the time of the pharaohs. It's not what we found in the tombs. So we're guessing that because it probably originated in Mesopotamia, the Greek or the Roman armies that invaded Egypt probably brought it with them.
Oh, I see.
Because the einkorn was really the grain that the pharaohs were growing, and that's what they find in the tombs. And this really came much later. But it's been in Egypt so long now that the Egyptians call it Baladi Durum, which means the native durum of Egypt. So we look at the history of Kamut Khorasan wheat just in a nutshell. We can see 3 stages. The first stage was the arrival of 36 kernels in Montana from Europe in 1949. The next stage started with my father, who found a half pint of grain in Fort Benton left over from that original stock in 1977. And that has grown till these times. Now, this year and last year, we're growing approximately 40,000 acres, producing nearly 40 million pounds, all organic, in Montana, Alberta, and Saskatchewan. One of our goals in the Kamut organization, the Kamut project, is to be able to support small organic farmers and have them be financially sustainable from generation to generation. And we can do that by offering them a crop which is valued much higher than modern wheat and lends itself particularly well to organic agriculture.
One grain at a time, Kamut International is improving the American farming culture, returning it to its organic roots, and providing sustainable economic empowerment.
I think that if you look at least modern history, you'll find that Americans as a nation have been extremely well fed. But in recent years, there's more and more concern about us not being well nourished. When you look at the question of just feeding a nation compared to nourishing a nation, the Kamut can form an important bridge back to foods that are more nourishing rather than just providing cheap volume for people to eat.
The flavor of Kamut is different than some of our other whole grain breads. People often describe it as being smoother or more nutty and buttery in flavor. They also love the fact that it's grown organically right here in Montana. And people with wheat sensitivities often have great luck eating Kamut bread where they may have trouble with our other whole grain breads. But mainly what they love is the taste.
Well, right now we're carrying, as you've seen, the flours. We carry some Kamut berries. We have some cereals, some Kamut rice cake type things, and I've got some Kamut pastas. I've carried some Kamut breads that are already made. One particular is made locally, another one we sell frozen.
For the future of Kamut International, I see a continuation of the same philosophy that began with Bob Quinn and his father Matt Quinn of ensuring the survival of small family farms and increasing the awareness of heirloom grains.
One grain at a time, Kamut International is improving the world's food source.